again, Strictly Bar Talk. You know what I'm saying? To interview two individuals that had little comments against each other. It wasn't really nothing big, but just to show that the bar community have love for each other and that we can agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? We all came to the agreement that we should sit down and resolve whatever issue it may be. You know what I'm saying? So we have Bandana Red, you know what I'm saying? Our very own from Strictly Bar Talk. Also the co-founder, the founder of Highlanders. You know what I'm saying? We got Hitman. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know who it is. You know, the founder of Parasitic King. So we're gonna sit here, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna find out what the issue is and exactly what can we do to resolve it and let everybody that got anything on their chest, you know what I'm saying, be it big or small, to resolve them right now. You know, so we're gonna start this off with Bandana.
Glad to be here. Glad to be face to face and letting y'all see that we face to face and there's no love lost. And like I said, on my part, everything is peace. You know what I mean? I got mad respect for this brother, and just want to clear the air, just make sure that people outside of this don't get it twisted and misunderstood and thinking that, you know, we warring with each other. That's not what it is. You know, if he had a disagreement with me or misunderstanding, it was a personal thing between us two. It wasn't nothing that everybody in the bar community needs to be a part of. And, I think this is what we're here for, just to clear that up and, you know, square that away. Now I'm gonna hand it over to the man here.
Yeah, what's up? I just want to clear up a few issues. People making a lot of comments, and again, they're from the outside looking in. I mean, I did make some statements in my interview. I don't take anything back, you know, because I said what I felt, and that's how I felt. That's how I feel. But it was a few things said, like, I'm going to start addressing issues now. When you did your interview, you stated in the interview that I had your number. That was a misconception. You don't know what happened, what the case was, but at that point I didn't have your number. You did call me and we spoke. Now when we spoke on the phone, another thing you didn't say in your interview, which I felt was like a false accusation to the people, saying you called me and we spoke and you didn't like how I, you know, did my interview or how I went about it. But beforehand you knew what I told you the statements that were made. Before my interview even went up, we spoke on the phone and I told you what was said, you know, and I felt that you should have also addressed that. Just like G.I. Joe, he should have also addressed the fact that when I saw him prior to the Freeport competition, it was nothing but love. You know what I mean? He said he thought it was about, yes, it is about each one, teach one. But I think, like, you know, some integrity issues are there with him. And, you know, I'm not going to go back and forth with a team because that's what he is. He's a kid, you know, ultimately. And he didn't explain or express the fact that, you know, when I met Hit at the Bronx competition, he did show me love. He was teaching me things at the competition. You were there to verify that.
No, he had that. Let me also clarify something else too. During the interview that we did with G.I. Joe, we had no memory. You know, we only had about like 10 minutes to speak.
Oh, and not only that, man.
So we had to crunch whatever.
We
had to crunch whatever that we were saying in that little 10, 15 minutes or whatever, and then that was it. Because like I said on the interview, I had a lot more things to say. Y'all know I had a lot more things to say, but I couldn't because, you know, we didn't have any memory. So those issues were going to be addressed. He was going, you know, he was planning on saying all that and everything, but we didn't have no memory. So that's what that was all about.
Not only that, man, we did an interview prior to that. We did it in Highland, but it was too dark for us to really catch the footage, you know. So we didn't put the footage up there. But he addressed that. He did.
He did?
Yes, he did.
All right. I mean,
I'm speaking on
so,
behalf of G.I. Joe too, because he's not able to come through today. So.
All right. So then that's peace. But again, another thing too, like I kind of felt like when you guys did your interview, you try to appear or come off like I victimized you. Another very false accusation that was made in your interview was the fact that I addressed it or I spoke with the judges at the competition.
I never said that.
That was said in your interview. If you go back and watch your interview, you said that I spoke with the judges.
No.
I said I had them lower G.I. Joe score, something to that effect. Was said.
I said you was petitioned. You petitioned against the score, and you know you were saying you protested the judge's ruling. That's what I was saying. He protested the judge's ruling. When they threw the 10s up, he was like, nah, he shouldn't deserve to get no 10s and this and that.
Nah, that wasn't true. That's not true. That's not true. That didn't happen either. What happened was he fell off the bar and was allowed to get back on the bar. And I stand by what I say. At that point, he should have been disqualified or taken out that part of the tournament. I don't take that back. I stand by it. You know, I stand by it. I mean, that fair is fair. You got other guys that were in the tournament that should have scored higher.
I'm not disputing.
You know what I'm saying? So, as far as me speaking to the judges, I voiced my opinion there on the spot. You know why? Because I didn't want it to go down like later on. Hit said this and Hit said that. So I said it right there on the spot while everybody was there. And that's why I said if anybody has a problem with what I said, please let me know. Address it right then and there. Because I don't like the melee and the back and forth. And I want to address it right there on the spot.
Exactly. Yeah, but that's why I said that I felt the tension in the air, and I had walked over and I made sure, I stepped to you and I said, yo, you were like, look, I don't want y'all to think there was no issues and no problem, because it wasn't. I understood where he was coming from. He fell off the bar, and his set is over. All right, that's cool, but I didn't want there to be no issues like, oh, these dudes are over there talking about us, and whatever, because that wasn't the case.
Not everybody, again, man,
everybody's together. Not to cut you, I'm sorry. Since y'all are together, I just wanted to get like your actual opinion on that particular day when Joe fell off the bar. Like, how did you feel about the judges being able to let him back on the, like, your personal feelings, like you personally? I mean, I know Joe is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know he means a lot, but I'm saying, like, how do you personally feel about that situation when he fell off the bar and was allowed to get back on?
Me personally, I said, okay, they let him get back on. I'm cool, because I remember with the B-Xtreme, what they ruled, they just said that if you fall off and we see that you made a mistake and slipped off, you can jump back on the bar, but your score is just gonna get lower. So I thought that was the case there. So it wasn't like I was like, oh, they looking out for him, and I figured, okay, they the judges, and we're gonna go by their ruling. So I didn't feel disrespected. I didn't feel bad or nothing like that. I was just like, I was telling Joe, slow down. He came off the bar, and that's cool. All in all, we went out there to enjoy ourselves. That's all it was, you know what I mean? And I also wanted him to go out there because whenever we working out in Holland, he the first one to try to do some freestyle. I want to do this, I want to do that. While we putting our sets in, he want to do the freestyle. So I said, if we gonna go to a competition this year, I'm gonna make sure that I put him in there because he's the one that's gung-ho as far as that's concerned. And that's what that was. That's what it was.
Another thing I want to address as well is the fact that, all right, like you made a statement in the interview as well that people don't know, dudes don't know what they mean by the movement. All right, let me ask you this: what does the movement mean to you? And I'm gonna tell you what it means to me before you go. Tell me what it means to you. The movement to me means that we're trying to better the youth overall, not just physically but mentally. I'm trying to, what Calisthenic King does is we try to give them that drive, discipline, determination, and dedication to whatever it is they do. We use the fitness part as a platform to formulate, you know what I'm saying? But we want them to advance in every aspect of their life. That's what I mean by movement. So when people, like, the statement you made is like, dudes, I don't know if you were saying it indirect to me, but I know my position is in the movement. And a lot of dudes don't. You know what I mean? And for Joe to go on there and say, I'm just here to get my name out there, Red told me to go out there and get my name. All right, getting your name out there.
That was being said, but yeah.
No, that's what was on camera. That's what I saw on camera. I went out there, tried to get my name out there, this, that, and the third. To me, that's a gang. If you're in a gang, you do something to get your name out. That's with me. That's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, if you're trying to get your name out there, when I started doing this, I've been doing this for years. It wasn't to get my name out there. I'm a certified trainer. I've been certified for 10 years. I've been training people for 10 years. So that's countless. And my certifications range, from senior citizen to children. You know what I mean?
This is why I said I got respect for you and what you do.
And this is what I mean by when I say